Welcome to, this is essentially cars on a couch. Obviously, we're with the cars on the couch, but we sit on the couch and we discuss cars, the cars that have graced the driveways and garages of other people's cars sometimes it's going to be the last week. Sometimes it's going to be in the last month. Sometimes it's just going to be what I drove today, what you drove today.
Yeah.
There's quite a bit of cars going around. So we are tasked with the duty of talking about them.
We are indeed. And on that note, I'm introducing us now, no?
Sure, go for it.
Yeah, okay. And on that note, I am Kelly Fisher. This is Calvin Fisher. And yeah, we looking forward to reviewing, or rather giving initial impressions of these vehicles. So if you are wondering, who are we to tell you about these cars? So this lovely gentleman over here has how many decades of motoring experience?
Whoa. Over 2. So I've been writing about cars since 2002 in some shape and form. You're not far behind.
I'm not far behind. I've been writing about cars since, I'd say, 2009. Then
basically, you're rapidly approaching 2 decades of your own.
I am indeed.
So between the two of us, we've got 4 decades of having told stories about cars. So we at least a little bit qualified to share our views with you. The viewer, the listener, we'll see where this ends up, hopefully everywhere.
Everywhere. Okay.
Now, let's talk about this crazy week we've had.
It's been a bit insane.
I've dubbed this officially, unofficially, the arms race episode. I know that doesn't sit well with you, but I know the political climate, but it does stem from the one-upmanship that's happened for decades with the 3 German brands, Audi, BMW, and Mercedes-AMG AMG specifically. And we've had 3 mega cars from each of those stables.
Mega in everywhere.
Mega in price, mega in performance, mega in stature.
And just the sheer size of it.
Yes, ma'am. So let's start with the BMW. I'm going to divert to my phone because we're going to talk numbers. The BMW M760E, the S63 AMG, and Audi RSQ8. The Audi is a 3 million rand SUV, and by some margin, it's the cheapest car of the lot. The BMW costs 3.6 million rand,
Okay.
and the AMG a whopping 4.6 mil.
A small change. Small change.
I had I refreshed and did another search on that. It's now 4.8. I don't know, but that was what the price of a Lamborghini Gallardo cost for a long time. Let's talk about power. So the BMW makes 420 kilowatts, which makes it the least powerful. It's actually quite chill. BMW is like, it's 420 somewhere. And the Audi, 471 kilowatts, by all means, a monster.
That is a monster.
And then you get to the AMG. Do you want to guess? It's more.
I was going to say 492.
590 kilowatts.
I mean, that was close.
Out by 100. You were out by like a mini
Polo.
Yeah, a fast one. Collectively, that's 1,481 kilowatts. That's like 10 GTIs.
Oh.
But that's also 11 million rand. So kind of works out.
That's insane to think that we've driven that just in 1 week.
So, and there's more stuff coming, but we'll save that for the next episode where things get a little bit more exotic or driver focused.
Yeah, I would say that.
We'll get there as well. So the way we're going to do this, we're going to break it down per car, a lot of competition. So we've got a couple of criteria questions.
Yeah. So just like framing questions. I don't know what it is.
Exactly that. And we've got 5, and we'll try to get through all of them. So and we'll discuss the discussion at this point. We'll start with the Audi RSQ8, which you've just driven.
I have. So I have my notes on that because I've just driven it. So
fresh.
It's fresh.
Okay. Okay. 'Okay. 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 '
I would say this car is for someone who wants to do like a Sunday blast, but also show up to the business meeting in style. It's also a bit of a lifestyle car. It feels like it could fit into a hiking, cycling, outdoorsy lifestyle, but quickly.
Yeah, quickly and really loudly.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of cylinders on the driveway in the garage, it's unbelievable. Like V8s, the only one that stands out really being different is the BMW, which is hybridized, plug-in hybrid, plus a big old engine as well. But on the note of the Audi, I'm sort of struggling because I do feel like you have a problem in that you just don't know how to spend all your money. But that's a lot of money for an SUV. So if you frame it just as an SUV, then it's quite excessive.
Mm.
If you frame it as a performance car, then it's carrying quite a bit of weight. All of these cars are, to be fair. So I think it's almost, you're a little bit of, you want to make an impression. You want to be noticed. You want to know that your car is incredibly fast, loud, and it's sexy. It's a hell of a great looking car. I think it might be the most attractive, aggressive looking SUVs on the road. And it's a hell of a lot of fun to drive. So its looks match its performance. I've gone off from who it's meant to for and what my initial impression of it was, which is number 2. So on that note, what was your initial impression? Like, you just saw it pull up and I said, yeah, go drive this. But what was your initial impression?
I'm quickly just going to go back to the previous question.
Maybe that's a good idea.
And just say that I also think this is a weird one, but I think it's for the Golf GTI driver who
Won the lotto?
came into some money.
Will I see the Audi RSQ8 outside a paddle court?
Yes. Yes, I think you will. I think you definitely will. There's expensive paddle courts. I do think you will, yeah.
But there is space for golf bags and all of that. It's a big car. Ultimately, it's a really big car, but it's premium. And I think you want to give off that impression as well. Like, because at that point, this price point of all of these cars, you could actually have afforded anything.
Yeah.
You chose that car. Money is very much not an object in this stratosphere.
You say it can fit golf bags, and yet I don't imagine it for a golfer. I imagine it for a pedal player, pedal.
I'm not going to get into that.
Okay.
It's not pickleball.
I imagine it for the golfer's son.
Oh, you're saying you get younger golfers, I imagine. We speak from a point of
Not golfing.
not golfing and not pedaling.
Paddling.
But we're just trying to, we're just saying what kind of park lot we imagine we'll see this.
These are the parking lots we frequent.
No, we are unqualified here. Let's get back to cars.
Okay.
So your initial impression of the car, having seen it, heard it, the rest of it.
Having seen it first, love the look of it. I think Audi styling has always been great. I like this updated look that it's going for. It's very sleek. Love the lines. Color great too.
Blue.
Blue.
It's a nice blue.
I'm doing this. There's a picture here, maybe.
Oh,
put a
yeah,
picture.
yeah.
Maybe put a picture.
Yeah, that will show the car. So you have to use your imagination for all of it.
It is a great vehicle to look at. I went to the shop with it up the road, like one suburb over, and it turned heads. It is a head turner of a car. It's quick. It is loud as well. And you have to understand how quick it is before you, or like you have to have that in your mind before you're trying to overtake someone or like get away from the traffic light or something, because it just jumps off the line so quickly.
There's been a lot of that happening this week. Like we'll joke about like fast cars that you'll see the gap and then like telepathically you'll be in the gap. This is sort of like more intense than that. You'll think about the gap and then you're in the gap.
You
You
think?
go, oh, guess I'll commit. So it really is a case of, luckily it's loud. Otherwise, the people would be having heart attacks with this big, imposing blue slab would just materialize in front of you. And off it goes again. And it's impressive for that reason.
It is. And it's a bit quick with your feet because you think you're not going to get to the gap as quickly as you thought, but suddenly you're there and you
Leaning on the brake.
have to jump and brake.
Which is fun.
It is.
So the styling, yeah, I find that, I don't know, I can't remember who said it, but the perfect balance in terms of car styling is for the car to have feminine lines and masculine lines. And I feel like this is one of those cases where it's got that swole hips, but it's got that muscular arches and the swollen bonnet and so on.
So which one is the feminine, which one is
I'm
masculine?
not going to get into it. It's 2025. It's actually dangerous to have that conversation right now, but just know.
Okay.
Yeah, don't get me cancelled.
I've been to gym. I've seen it both ways.
This is a great car that you might see at gym actually.
That is true.
Yeah, so it's very much a flagship for Audi as well. Is it the flagship? It's up there. I mean, there's an argument we made. We had the SQ7.
Yes, I remember.
Which was, it's not even an RS, just an SQ7. So I believe that's also a V8. Down on power, but you have a less compromised roofline. It's a more traditional SUV. And what you'll notice about that, like if you had to call the one stylish or elegant, it's definitely like the 7 shape, the more sort of sedan-like SUV offering versus this hunched over Hulk. But that's not what this is. This is a beast.
There is a beast.
There, that's my first impression. It's an absolute beast. How does it go? Back to you?
I forgot what I was going to say. You can.
Well, the next one was how does it go? But I think we've used words like telepathic.
Fucking fast.
I didn't know there was this kind of a blog where we swearing, but okay, yeah, it's fucking fast, right?
This is not a blog at all.
It's a what is this? Well, we'll figure it out. But yeah, it's from where I'm from, it's cuck fast, incredibly fast. But it's did you notice that it was incredibly heavy though?
It feels heavy.
The steering wheel, when I got out of a GWM Bucky, put a pin in that one, and I got into this, and this thing even have power steering, but not in an ugly way, not in like a bad way. I was just like, whoa, I can feel the money through my forearms as I unwound.
I don't like this.
You don't like a 30 steering wheel?
What's it, Alcantara?
Alcantara. I know a couple of journos, at least one of them, at least one other one's also a lady.
Hi, Jones.
Yeah. And I know it's a tactile thing. Some people don't like it, some people do. I like it. I like a 30 wheel. So it didn't bother me, but it's very heavy. And I feel like that's part of the brief. You know, it's like, we're gonna do some work out there today.
It's planted and purposeful.
It's planted because it's like a couple of tons. It's heavy. But once you get going, I feel like, okay, I can feel the balance. It's a big car, but I can feel there's balance here. Audi knows what they're doing in terms of suspension and handling. And that engine just blasts you off. So that's fine. It's performance. Do you feel like there's enough performance?
I feel like there's plenty of performance. Like, under what circumstances would you use or need more than that?
Let's say there's a bus, and the bus is sort of about to go off a cliff, like teetering. But the bus is maybe towing another bus, and it's full of kids and old ladies.
Okay.
And the only way to save them is to come around with a really powerful, torquey car and push them back. Also, it's downhill, so you got to push them back up a hill. Then I could do a little bit more.
Okay, well, you know what? Under that one circumstance, I guess you could use a bit more, but as it is now in reality, grounded in reality, I think it doesn't.
Okay. You did disagree. Okay. And then any pain points? Now, I will full disclosure. This car we've had for the least amount of time. We've had it for 2 days. We're still finding it out. My only pain point is that I'm never going to be able to afford any of these cars. Not doing this, guys. But I've driven it on launch. I've driven its predecessor. This is not a pain point. It's barely a criticism, but I will say, I don't know why I'm wired this way, but I almost like the styling of the previous shape a little bit more, where it was more chiseled. I realize that this is more updated, but I do feel like it's lost a little bit of its edge.
So is that the masculine or the feminine?
Oh, I don't want to, but it still looks amazing.
Okay.
It looks tremendous. There's no pain points. I have no pain points. The only pain is I'll never afford one. The one thing I'd skipped over was, maybe it's a pain point for the next person, but I love it, is the fact that if you get into an Audi, you know where everything is already.
Yeah.
You know where everything is. And the more cars we drive, the more it drives us nuts, where we don't know, like, how do you put the aircon on?
Yeah.
How do you heat up my seat or whatever? And more of these cars are just giving Android Auto, CarPlay the reins, like, yeah, you take over everything. I've actually designed nothing for this car's reign. You just take over Android Auto. So this is great because firstly, that feature works, but everything else is exactly where I expect.
I was going to say that maybe a pain point, but it isn't even necessarily like a pain point, is that for a few generations now, like, you can, like, Audis have felt very similar on the inside, but I don't even think it's a pain point. I like knowing what to expect when I get in a car.
Yeah, familiarity is good. I would say that maybe, 2025. So like 2012-ish. So that's like 13 years ago. That was when Audis were so similar that you'd almost go, okay, can I have an Audi? But can I have it? Like, give me like 4 meters of Audi.
No.
Or give me 3.6 meters of Audi. Give me 4.4 meters of Audi. Make it a bit higher. And otherwise, they'd be identical. Inside, literally the same car, just the length would change, the height would change, and that was it. Whereas now, I mean, they've got proper character. So I'll give them that. The last question simply is, what was your favorite feature, aspect, thing about this car?
It's difficult to say now because I've only like recently driven it. But I just like that it's an Audi. I've always really liked Audis. I don't know why I said it like that. Audis.
Intense.
It's so intense. Yeah.
Audis, though.
I've always liked Audis, and I feel like the styling has only gotten better with as the years have gone on. And I really do like the styling of it. And I guess it's that. It's just the look of it.
Okay, then. I'm going to ask you a question that's not on any of this then. Since now you tell me how much you love Audis. What's your favorite Audi? If you could own one Audi.
Ordered.
Not even like an RS4 wagon, an RS6 wagon.
Okay.
Order.
Okay, if money was not, although I couldn't afford an ordered either.
I don't even make them anymore.
RS6 wagon is by far my favorite of the lot. I want, you know what? I want one. My birthday's coming up.
Okay. Let's keep this professional. Okay. Didn't ask me, but my favorite feature of the Audi, I think it's not a feature as much as it's just the fact that it is one of those cars you could call your one-car garage. So
that's a good point.
The fact that it's got everything.
That's a good point.
For me, including a tow bar that goes whoop if you press the button, you press the button again. And so I can put my bike on there and I can go really quickly to the trails and make a lot of noise, make new friends, because people come out to the car and be like, whoa, it's a dope car. And I'll be like, I know it's a dope car. But yeah.
And then you could go to a business meeting.
Absolutely. Go to a wedding. Do people still get married? Not at our age. Like everyone we know has already been married or
divorced.
Yes. This is getting fun. Okay. And then, you know what? I think we've covered the Audi.
I think so.
Good
too.
job.
Let's go to the BMW.
Mm.
Okay, let me ask you. Who is this car for? Who do you think this car is for?
Well, this one's, I think, way easier. This person doesn't, they definitely still want to make an impression, but in many ways, they want to seem like they know what they've bought. Very smart, because this is a plug-in hybrid, so they've got a little bit of a conscience that they are nurturing, showing off. It is a limo. This car is, out of these three cars, this one shouts luxury premium experience more than the other two, where the, cheers. We'll get to the AMG, which is, we'll get there, but this one is more luxurious. It's got the television screen at the back for, I don't know, Zoom meetings. You could do it.
Yeah.
You could do it.
So who's it for?
Executives with conscience, but an overflowing bank account. Because once again, this is the one that's like 3.6 million rand. So it's kind of in the middle. It's like Goldilocks territory now. It's for someone that's aware of and nurturing and developing their image, their corporate image. Because you don't buy a car like this thinking you are actually saving the world. There's the amount of nickel and cobalt and stuff it takes to make these components. It's very much a flex. A really good motoring journalist told me that it isn't the car she would drive. She would rather drive the AMG. That's right, WG.
Are you stealing my words?
But at least I'm saying it, you will straight up to steal my word. But it's the car you want to be a passenger princess in.
Yeah.
It's the car you want to be driven in, whether it's on the back seat,
Or queen.
or queen. One does get older and therefore want a more stately title. But one of the back seats allows you to recline even further. And it's basically super comfortable. And I do think that if you're the type of person that's going from meeting to meeting and you've got the luxury of a driver that can get you there, here's another thing. Here's something that I want to do all the time. So it's cold in Cape Town. Put on the heated steering wheel, put on my heated seat, put on the massaging function. And then I just, if I had to go to the shops, I'll go to the shops like in Wellington or something. Because you just want to drive. It's like you'll get there more charged up than you were when you left the house.
You know what? If you own this car, if you're the kind of person that owned this car, you wouldn't even go to the shops.
I know, but then I would drive it. Then I would disagree with you and I would drive it. I wouldn't just want to be a passenger prince.
King.
But I would drive it. If I had this car, I would drive it. I did enjoy driving it. I just understand that the experience, it's like Kurt Russell said, to really appreciate this car, you got to be in that seat or that seat.
Deathproof.
Yes. Have I answered?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you like to know my answer?
Yes.
So this is how I imagine this car being used. So I'm a C-suite executive, CEO most likely, but of my own company, not someone else's company. I'm CEO of my own company. And I walk out of the building and the car just quietly pulls in front. And I get in my car at the back and I get chauffeured off. I go to the airport. When I arrive over in, the car just quietly fetches me and I get in the back.
Is someone driving the car? Is it automated?
No.
Well, okay. Is it me? Am I driving? Am I a driver?
No, this is
Okay.
This is how I imagine it being. This is for I don't think
They sound really important.
they are important. They own
Kodak.
no, they wouldn't have a BMW. They'd have
A wine farm? No, definitely not a wine farm.
They own a few wine farms. They own
Cryptocurrency?
a massive corporation that has other businesses under it. It's a limo, as you said, and it's for the CEO that doesn't want to drive himself around, that has a driver, that maybe every now and then, if they want to use the car for themselves, it's it. it is a nice car to drive.
Will they go, ugh, and then drive it and be like, that was pretty cool?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's definitely the chauffeur car.
I think we've kind of colored in, gotten the detail down. I mean, we know who belongs in this car. What was your initial impression of the car when you saw it?
Holy shit, it's huge. It is a massive car. It's just overwhelmingly big. I also found that I had just enough room to feel comfortable at the pedals. Like the car went forward just enough for me to feel comfortable. If I was this much shorter,
Oh, you wouldn't have been able to drive it.
I wouldn't have been able to drive it.
Chauffeured.
Exactly. And then also just it's a quietly confident vehicle.
In terms of its styling?
In terms of its styling, just in terms of the way it moves through the world. Yeah. Okay.
You don't find the visage divisive at all?
Resolved.
The front end, the face.
No.
You think it looks great?
I expect.
People are divided on this car.
Oh, you know what? I'm not. I wouldn't say it looks great, but I'm like neither here nor there about it.
At 3.6 mil, you should be there though.
At 3.6 mil,
Okay. I like it.
it's probably my sixth car, if I'm honest with you.
Jesus,
I am the CEO that's in charge of this
you're gonna have so much money
massive
to buy
corporation.
toys with.
Yeah.
I want this for you.
This is the sixth car, and this is the car that we get driven in. This is like when we want to, go visit one of our wine farms and we get a bit sloshed.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, even when I'm not taking this very seriously.
Cheers.
Cheers. Don't drink and drive. Okay. I'm surprised that you weren't put off by the styling. Not because you should, because I'm not. I like the way it looks, but so many people are like, oh, it looks so ugly. What I will say is, I think a lot of the feeling of it being huge is actually because it's quite cubic. It's quite tall on the sides, around everywhere. It's like a big old bar of soap, because we've got that S63 and we've parked them basically in the same slot in the garage, and they take up the same amount of space. But the S63, and we'll get there later on, I guess, is your more classically sporty, tapered off look, where there's negative space around the top of the car. So you just feel like this is a more manageable size. Whereas this thing, it's like kind of like a Rolls Royce, which it's sort of distant relation of. But yeah, I think, okay, that's interesting.
What's your initial impression of the car?
My first impression was, here it is again, because I've experienced the 7 Series in many shapes and forms. The i7, that was pretty cool. The 7 at launch. And I was intrigued by the badge. I realized that this is now a plug-in hybrid. Yeah, we'll get to that, I guess. But my initial impression was, no, not poor man, but it's somewhat more affordable and therefore maybe more sensible. Such a thing exists. Rolls Royce. In the sense that there's a lot of commonality between them. It's a different statement, but it's just about as special if you can get past the badge and the visage. But climbing inside, it might even be the most impressive cabin out of them, just because it's like, this is the future. Everything lights up.
It feels like the most different.
It does. It's got that crystal effect. It's all plastic, but it's got that crystal lighting effect.
The others are all, you could put it into a C63, you could put it into an Audi A4, whereas this feels very like, this is only for
it's like bespoke.
Our special.
Yeah, it feels the most special. Somehow, it does feel the most special. Then, how does it go?
It's a quick vehicle, but it's like, I think whether it's quick or not isn't the point. It feels like it feels smooth and gentle, if that's the right word.
That's also why I use the Rolls-Royce comparison. I think it was James May. Ever hear of him?
What rings a bell?
Some car show. And he referenced someone else who said that Rolls-Royces don't pull off. They don't accelerate. They swell with acceleration. And I feel like the BMW does that quite well as well, where it's not brash. It kind of, that confidence that you use the word confidence, it's like, it knows what it is. You put your foot down and it gets you there. And it gets you there really quickly, but it doesn't bombard your senses. You just get on with it and it feels great. I really like the way it goes. The thing about hybridization is it's a gimmick. It's got its uses, it's got its perks, but the transfer from electricity to engine isn't always that smooth. And you do kind of go, what have I gained? What have I lost the entire time you drive? And like, is it just sensation? This was a really good transfer between the two. I did, however, tap out the electric motors real quick, like, and then I was left with the engine. And then I was like, oh no, now I've just got the engine. Then I drove it like it was a engine, like a petrol-powered car only for a while. Like, this is amazing. I'm on the engine. And your incentive to keep it charged, like, you've got a card, so you can keep it charged, but you do get to the point where you get lazy and you just go, oh no, I can't drive on electricity. Oh well, I guess I have to have all the fun with the petrol motor.
Yeah.
But driving a hybrid or an EV, this is more like an EV up until that moment. When you own the car, it's very different from having that same experience when you're what we're doing, testing the car for a week. You get lazy. You're like, oh, I feel like charging again, or I don't feel like using my home power, or I don't feel like going to this restaurant where there's a fast charging bay. I'm not going to make this the whole thing about EVs because this is not an EV.
Someone with this kind of car especially, would have an EV charging station.
Oh yeah, and then it's amazing because then you can make a case for having to never throw in fuel or almost never throwing in petrol because you've got other resources or just a man that will go and fill up your car one way or another.
Yeah, just like
your case.
Ferries and work in the night.
But to answer the question, how's it go? It's fast. It's incredibly comfortable. It can be dynamic. BMWs make dynamic cars. They make joyful machines.
You don't need it to be dynamic though. I mean, you don't need to experience the sporty dynamics of the car.
You don't need to when you've got an S63 and an RSQ8 in your garage. But if this is the only car you've got for the week and you're feeling naughty, it will deliver. I know this. Any particular pain points with the BMW M760E?
I don't know if it's a pain point per se. It's just I know it's got that crystal thing around it. Like, it feels a bit gimmicky, a little bit. Like, I feel like I want to say tacky, but I feel like tacky is too strong a word. If you put the hazards on, that entire car lights up red.
Very exciting. But yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a problem. Before you call it chintzy, I will say I once described the BMW X5's wooden dash bits as looking sort of like a boiled sweet. Like it was just looked fake.
How did that go down?
The PR at the time, a very passionate BMW fan himself,
Hi, guy.
phoned my editor and he relayed the message. But I stand by what I said. He did tell me to go and look inside a Chinese car at the time. You should try that now, though. That'll be an interesting conversation. But as a person who adopts things early, toys, gimmicks, I do enjoy it. But I do know that if you are in a situation where you've got to hit the brakes and you in a situation where it's like an emergency maneuver and the car automatically, if the ABS activates, it automatically sets off the hazards. It's going to look like you're in a battleship. It's going to be very terrifying and exciting at the same time. So fine. That's it.
What's your favorite thing about the car?
Favorite? I haven't said my pain.
Oh, sorry, my bad. What's your
My
point?
pain point. My pain point is I'm a lazy son of a bitch. I hate having to find an EV charger because we've got one place that we do like going to near us, and we can have a cup of coffee and so on. And then they were closed. They're closed. They just got under construction. It is not BMW's fault that our one wine farm that we go to has closed for a month, but it's just lazy. It's just a strip, and it wasn't necessary.
This is a very specific pain point also because, like I said, anyone that owns this car,
Won't be their problem.
if they wouldn't like, yes, one, it won't be their problem, but two, they most likely have
They sort it.
a charging setup at home.
I don't have a pain point. I even feel like this one's worth the money. Maybe more than the other two, just because there's a lot of tech going on here. There's a lot of things happening here, and it feels like a lot of money. They all feel like a lot of money, but this one, when I heard it was 3.6 mil, I was like, God damn, that's a lot of money. But I kind of got it. The Audi, it doesn't require me to do as much mental gymnastics to get to that price. I go, well, yeah, I guess so. It makes sense. But this one feels like, wow, there's a lot of stuff in here, so that must be the price.
So what is your favorite feature of the BMW?
My favorite feature of the BMW, it's very hard actually, because it's again, it's quite an all-rounder. I feel like I'm gonna have to agree with you. It's the experience you get from the other seats. No, I'm gonna correct that slightly and then go, I think it's the long drive experience. I know it's not the answer that, someone might have expected. It's not the wireless charger. It's not the engine. It's the fact that out of these three cars, if we're going to drive 300 Ks, this is the one I want. We're all going to be comfortable. The kids are they're going to be entertained on the back seat as well. My bum's going to be warm. The steering wheel is going to be warm. It's winter, so this will change in another season. Massaging, and the fact that you don't feel like you've got to be on it the whole time. You can just enjoy it at its own pace. And that pace is fast, but you don't feel pressured to go fast the whole time. I like that.
I was going to say the comfort and ease of it all, which is, I think it's very similar. It's the heated seats, heated steering wheel, and I know you get that in other cars as well. And also, yes, it is winter, so this is very important to us right now at this point. And then also like the massaging. It's also, if you're in the back seat, the ease at which you can just whip out your laptop and maybe do some work or answer an email or whatever. Although, I mean, I guess you could do that on your phone, but if you wanted an easier experience.
It feels like you're still at home. And in some ways, you're better off.
Yeah.
I think that's the BMW. And then lastly, the S63 AMG. Holy cow. Holy cow.
Holy shimolies.
So question one. Who the hell is this car for?
I've got an answer for you.
Go.
So it's still the CEO, but the CEO that wants to drive the car himself.
I think it's absolutely that. But I also think the CEO, he's the one that has just come back from a trip, an extreme sports trip in Europe, or he's just done Kilimanjaro, Everest, he's done white river rafting, he's cycled from one country to another. I think this guy or girl is very extreme. They're very wealthy, because an AMG is a brilliant thing, but an AMG is an AMG is an AMG. The badge is amazing, but it's almost been diluted by the fact that you can find it in a hatchback all the way up now. The S-Class, I said previously elsewhere, is the flagship of Mercedes-Benz. And Mercedes-Benz is still in itself a flagship brand.
Mm.
Flagship premium German brand that's been around since the 1900s. Sorry, 1800s. That's not impressive. And this is the AMG badge stuck on that. So it needs to have everything dialed up to 11. And it does everything. And I think the owner of this car also is the kind of guy that dials up everything in his life to 11.
Yeah.
So he is, there needs to be something other than CEO, like, but it's definitely that level of.
It isn't a CEO. It's like imagine a Raymond Ackerman who owns Pickle They Own. He might have passed away. He might.
Let's think way younger. Let's think like
But like younger.
type person.
Yes, like a younger. I was thinking South African, like South African people, but like younger. Someone who is a car person. They are a car person.
You're a total, love the term or not, you're a total petrolhead.
Yeah.
And you want the most powerful sedan. This is that. Holy shit. So we don't test in the traditional sense. We don't do 0 to 100 and so on. But so many of our colleagues are doing low threes, like 3.3s, 0 to 100, 3.3 seconds. That's nuts. That's bonkers.
Oh,
That is unheard of. That is
insane.
insane,
Insane.
mental. And it's just like there is so much power, 590 kilowatts. I think that's the number.
You did say that. You said 590.
Yes,
I said 490, and then you were like, you're off by
100.
a JCW.
That's nuts. Just think about how much power that is. Wow, that's a lot of power. That's nuts.
What was your first impression?
My first impression was, wow. Oh, my first impression was from the front. Oh, that looks tough. That looks mean. But then I drove behind it and I thought the back was a little bit, I thought underwhelming, but it's actually just kind of elegant. It's like a kind of an elegant shape. So you just thought, oh, that's any nice looking Merc. And then I got a bit closer and I realized it's drop dead gorgeous. But that front end looks like this. It's like that. That's what it looks like. And it looks like that for a reason. It is a proper performance piece. It is, we've had in the last month, there are Porsches, there are JCWs, there's these cars. This is probably the most powerful car we've had this year. This is probably, like, if I really go back, this is probably the most powerful car we've had in years. It's nothing to be sneezed at. 590 kilowatts is basically 600 kilowatts.
It is a beast of a car. And I know we've said that for a few of like the other cars as well. It is just so freaking powerful. It is insane. It's
also scary.
a little bit scary.
A little bit scary. No, my balls have gone back inside. They're like, no. This car has been spending every night in the garage. I take it out. I go for a short blast. And I put it back there, say a little prayer, and then until the beast sort of like knocks on my door and goes, I want to go again. I just pretend it's not there because it's intimidating. There is so much power.
There is a lot of power. There's a lot of power in one car, but it's like, it feels like the kind of car where it's just, you can, and I don't know, I've said this for the other cars as well, but it's okay. Like this one is for if you really want to drive the car yourself. You don't want the chauffeur, you don't want any of that, and you want to get somewhere really quickly, and you want to
really quickly
enjoy the drive and have your adrenaline just spike the fuck up on that drive.
So here's the best example of how this car is different. In the BMW, I'm chill. In the Audi, I'm fairly chill. In this car, it's goading me. The car is literally going, what are you?
Are you a sissy?
Yeah, that's a good word. What are you, a fucking sissy? And then I'll be like, no, I'm not. And then I'll inadvertently.
What does sissy mean? Are we allowed to say that?
I don't know. Can we just move on and figure out? We'll fix it in post.
Feel free to.
You figure that out. But basically, it'll go, are you soft? Is that okay?
Yeah.
You a soft cock?
You're a softie. I mean, you could have said softie.
What are you, a soft cock? What are you, some kind of soft cock? And
You say you are you really like
what are you, some kind of soft cock? And then you go, no, I'm not a soft cock. You're a soft cock, but it's not. It's not. It's an absolute fucking rod. So you indulge, and then all of a sudden,
I'm gonna be a fun edit for you.
yeah. But then all of a sudden, I'm editing anything out. But and then you're going stupid speeds, and you're like, no, I can see my guardian angel like in the rearview mirror, really small. Like,
What will you in stupid speeds?
you know, like the shop.
Okay.
But no, it's terrifying. But for all the right reasons.
I feel like we covered how does it go in all of that.
But note how much time we've spent on how does it go, because this car is all about how it goes. Any particular pain point? What did you say how it goes?
I don't know, but it goes really fucking powerfully.
Goes powerfully.
It goes powerful.
Goes powerfully.
Powerfully. It is a little bit scary. You're right. It is a little bit scary.
I think the difference is that I think you're not goaded. I think you're a
I'm not
confident
goaded.
lady.
I'm not
In
goaded.
the car, you don't hurt me. I won't hurt you. You're driving around. It's fine.
I'm not goaded. I'm there just like driving the cars
It can be
for a
driven.
car.
It can be driven slowly. I've seen other do it. But it's very difficult to behave
I
here.
didn't really push it like hard. I was going to say too hard. I didn't push it hard.
What are you, a sock cock?
Yeah. I guess I am. I guess I am a soft cock.
Okay. Any particular pain points with this car?
Just what you said. The styling, a little bit at the back. I don't want to say it seems bland because it's not bland. It's just, it's not, oh my God, wow.
It's almost apologetic for all its sins, you know? It's like, we know the front will terrify you.
Mm.
We know this because you literally part traffic when you're driving this thing. And we know we make a lot of noise. So at least you've got a cute ass. They won't scare you off. How about that?
Yeah. What's the pain point for you?
Pain point? Pain point. Holy shit. It's like, that's almost 5 million rand. I'm not in the market. I couldn't be. But just knowing that out there in this world, a car is that expensive. It's nuts. I'm not saying it's not worth the money. I'm not saying that at all.
I think that if we had the money, we wouldn't think that. If we had,
Never think that. I don't know anyone with that kind of money. On a car. A car?
I think if we had the money, we'd be like, here you go. Here's my money. It's
It is really, really impressive. But that's my pain point. You ask me what's my pain point? The car is flawless. It's terrifying. Is that a pain point?
a pain point for your wife.
Why?
Because you're out there being
Heavens, no.
being goaded and stuff.
Be strong. Not a soft cock, but strong. No, so no pain point there. Your favorite feature of the car? Check my volume's gone up.
My favorite feature is that my favorite feature of the car is how it makes me feel. It makes me feel like a boss babe, but also a badass racer at the same time.
Interesting. How does it make? Oh, that's how you feel. Question isn't how does it make you feel, but that's your favorite feature. But I want to go, how does it make me feel? Makes me feel a little bit scared, intimidated, but also powerful, knowing that if you put your foot down, you will time travel. You will time travel. It is so fast, but it's intimidating.
What's your favorite feature?
My favorite feature is performance. The performance on that car is so domineering that You actually, everything else about the car just fades away.
Mm.
The car looks amazing. Don't care. Car sounds amazing. Okay, kind of care because it goes in hand with that form.
That is one of my favorite features. So it sounds.
You're comfortable. If whoever's in the back, I'm sorry. I know that everyone's comfortable because it's also a luxury car.
You would totally care if I'm comfortable.
Okay, but let's get back. I just, when you're in that selfish seat, in the driver's seat, it's a very selfish experience. You don't care. You just want to go fast. The performance of this car is just, it's unheard of. That is for the most part a wrap, but I've got one last question. This is not a comparison. These are very different cars. But if you had to choose one of these three cars to live with, like money's no object, which one would it be?
The Audi.
Okay. Why?
You seem simple.
No, I'm connecting the dots. You did say that you just like Audis. So now I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
The Audi just feels like the everyday can do anything. Do you want to go fast? Sure. Do you want to put your golf bags in the boot? I don't have golf bags, but yeah, sure. Do you want to just cruise and feel like you're cruising in a little bit of luxury? Sure. Tick, 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 tick. Not as much luxury as the Merc or the BMW, but still refined and luxurious in its own way.
I think that's kind of what I said when I referred to it as being a one garage car. And, like you could somehow finagle a bicycle on the back of a S63, but
it would look ridiculous.
They would shoot you.
It would look ridiculous.
You could on a BMW plug-in hybrid 7 Series, but it'd look ridiculous.
So which one would you have? The A63 AMG.
So the Audi RSQ8 is the best, most sensible one.
You don't want this.
I want that AMG. Oh my God. YOLO.
It's fine. Well, you know what? In this scenario, we'll have both. Because I'll have the Audi, you'll have the Merc, and then we'll just swap season, and then.
I just feel like saying the AMG just shows how little imagination I have. But here we are.
You're a petrol head at heart. The AMG is definitely for the petrol head. I'm not a petrol head by any stretch of the imagination. I just want to go somewhere comfortably.
Well, in the Audi, you'll go comfortably and incredibly quickly.
You just want to go quickly?
No, I want to be comfortable. You comfortable. Will you carry my bike around though?
Yeah, absolutely. I got you.
Well, then I think we've nailed it. Well done. That's a wrap on episode 1 of Cars on the Couch.
I'm looking for a car to put on the couch.
I have cars. Next time.
No, I was going to say up there, but no one can see the shelf.
Oh, there's a whole shelf full of cars, but now they're just going to wonder if it's true. And now the next episode, you can see it, but then you go, did they just make a whole shelf full of cars? We need to figure out.
Please figure out.
Cheers.